Yo, hello. Hey, you gave me thumb. I got a thumbs up. Right on. I'm just farting around. I'm not doing anything super special. But if you want to say hi, hey, David. I say, yeah. Good afternoon, David. Yeah, I just was sitting here. Today's my day to research, videos and just some R&D type stuff and getting all my notes into order. Um, research and tutorials and that kind of stuff. So I thought, while I'm doing this, I might as well just throw on a live and see how many people. So you're watching from Great Britain, right? Right, David? So I think I recall you're from uh, way over on the other side of the pond there. So, nope, where did they go? So I hope you can hear me okay and everything. Hey, can I give myself a like? Let's see if I can do that. No, I can't give myself a like. Oh well. Hey, it was worth a try, right? Oh, here in Texas. Yeah, my son lives in Texas. Place called Flat Rock. No, that's a joke. Round Rock, actually, where I've been there once, but I just flew in. He picked me up, and I really didn't know where the heck I was going. So, yeah. How you doing today? Everything okay? The pre-Thanksgiving going on, and my family they're all heading to Southern California and leaving me here. So I went shopping earlier and grabbed a whole bunch of TV dinners. Yeah, I used to be a cook, and I don't like cooking anymore. So yeah, so that be that. Um, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I can do here, as I'm really trying to double down. Hey, cleaning and packing. Move my daughter's furniture to Michigan. Oh, too freaking cold. Yeah, I used to live in Minnesota, so that's why I live in between Arizona and Cambodia. I tell you, Arizona is just way too freaking dry for me. It dries up my skin. I got problems with my skin, anyways. I can't wait to get back. December 11th. Oh man, yeah, I'm trying to get back on um, January 11th, but I just found out that I got cancer. No biggie. It's on my ear. So, but now the thing is, I go through the VA, so I got to wait for them to call me to make an appointment, and it's not going to be through the VA, so it's going to be through private. So, yeah, I don't know. If it wasn't for that, I'd be buying a plane ticket now. Uh, I waited till after my dermatology before what they would say before I bought a ticket, and they says, "Oh well, we just cut this off and took a look at it." Um, yeah, and then they put it under the scope and they go, "It's not basal cell carcinoma. It's one of the others that's like a little bit worse than basal cell." I get basal cell all over the place because I used to be a redhead. And but right now I'm gonna waiting for that, but I'm also going through what do they call it, a chemo cream for my arms and the top of my head because yeah, you don't want to see it's gross. No, I get a lot of basal cell, and this is just kind of doing a proactive thing on it. So yeah, but yeah, I asked them, could you do both ears? So I can look like Spock or something. Live long and prosper. There we go. No, I can do it. I say I could do it all the time. Huh? Yeah, I practiced. Yeah, back in the 70s, early 80s, practiced a lot. So yeah, so you're going to Phnom Penh. Are you going to be living in Phnom Penh, or are you going to be heading out somewhere else um, in Cambodia, or are you going to be just staying there for a while? Or yeah, I'm going to be heading out to. Oh, I'm going to go to Thailand first. Just flying to Thailand. but I'm going to go up to Vientiane because if I don't, I will get too lazy in Siem Reap because it's just such a beautiful town. Um, and so I'm going to go up to Laos probably until the end of April, and then go back down to Siem Reap and spend the rest of the year, maybe more. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be going back next year during the holiday season. Normally, I just figured I'd be doing that to go see the doctors and stuff. But I had my big uh, uh, checkup this time, and they're doing everything. And I figure, well, if I really need a checkup, it'd be cheaper for me just to take a bus over to Bangkok and then get it done for $200 over in Bangkok and see some friends over there, and then head on back to Siem Reap. It's only about a 8-hour trip on the bus. If the buses are going straight through the border at Bopet, which I think they are now, that's it's about $30. It went up a bit, but it's 8 hours, boom, back and forth. Um, Flights used to cost 40, 45. Now they're one way. Now they're up to God 75. Kind of sucks, but COVID, global reset. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm just trying to get myself a little organized here, and because there's a lot of things I forget to do for my channel. I do try to publish consistently. It's been a little bit off since I flew back to the States, but hey, I'm trying. So, plan for 6 months in Phnom Penh. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, traveling around Cambodia on a motorcycle or motorbike is 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 freaking great. It's absolutely great. So much fun. So much fun. Um, get a good bike. You know, um, you can get a decent brand new bike, one of those Honda Clicks for like 2,500 if you can afford it. You can get a used one under it's like 2 years used. Um, maybe you can pick it up for 15 or so. That's really the way to go. Either way, like that, especially if you're going to be going from one country to another, you're going to have your own bike and all that. I've been doing a little bit of research on that, but not too much yet because well, priorities. Uh, I get a sidecar. Is that for your significant other or for your gear or something? Just wondering, because I do see in well, at least up in Siem Reap, gear. Okay, I've seen a lot of three-wheeled motorbikes. Um, they're usually the 125, 150s. I don't know if you're going to be getting a motorbike or a motorcycle. Uh, yeah, I just like the motorbikes. I don't like to have to shift. I don't have to go fast. Well, you really can't on a lot of those roads, but some of the national roads like NR6 and all that, you can open it up to 80 kilometers, like I said in the video. But sometimes, man, you're struggling going through. It's all depends on where you're at. I know I was going to take a trip from Siem Reap over to Krati on the Mekong, and it was about an 8.5 hour trip up through the hilly part. Not going through Phnom Penh. I ain't going to do that. But going like that, and talking to a lot of my friends, they go, yeah, it's a little bit rugged up there, but that's what I look for. You know, that's what I look for. I try to find places where people haven't made videos uh, off the beaten path. You know how that goes. So let me see that Hung Song Dong Cave. Excuse me. Is that in Cambodia? I have not. I'm gonna have to Google that. I haven't heard about that one. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're gonna get a big bike. Yeah. I don't do big bikes anymore. I got the scars to prove it, and I'm just getting too freaking old. And let me tell you, it takes forever to heal now. Yeah. My last one was in on Koh Chang, Thailand, 2016. Damn near broke my foot being stupid. Okay, that's what I thought. Vietnam's largest cave. 3 days camping. Oh, that freaking be great. Um, have you okay? Have you looked at recently at the visas that you can get in I mean in Vietnam? Because when I was back in Cambodia, like a month ago, month and a half ago, whatever, there's some people there. Yeah, no, yeah, take it slow, slow ride, bro. Um, that Vietnam only has a tourist visa of 14 days, and like a lot of the expats are going, oh shit, I ain't gonna go there for no 14 days. Waste of money. But well, I mean, if you're going over there for your annual vacation, yeah, sure. But yeah, that's yeah. But like at that time, a month and a half ago, it was like only 14 days, and that's like, if I go, I do want to go um, to Vietnam, but I wanted to start from Hanoi, go down to Ho Chi Minh by train. And I had a friend do that a couple of years ago, and he says that was the greatest trip of all. Yeah, plenty of time. Yeah, I'm retired. I got all the time left in the world that I've got left in my world. So I'm trying to do as much as I can before I get too tired, or if I get tired of traveling, one of the two. Um, yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about getting a bigger bike, actually a motorbike. Now, from what I understand, I don't know if you know this or not. In Cambodia, if you want to drive anything above a 125, you have to get a Cambodian license. Other than that, you don't need nothing. I mean, you got 8-year-old kids on those things, man, and I ain't lying. I got video of that. Uh, so just a heads up. I don't know, how much of your research you've done on that stuff, but um, that's what I understand is going on for that. Um, I'm gonna go get my Khmer or my Cambodian license when I get back because I might pick up the what is it, the RTX, the Honda RTX 150. It's a bit of a bigger motorbike. Uh, I got a little extra real estate down there, so I figure why not. But yeah, it's geared too because, like, when I'm going to be heading on out for a trip, I might be going out for 2 weeks, and I'll have a backpack with some stuff, and then with computer and camera equipment and tripods and all that. Might as well, That's gonna be a little bit extra. I have a buddy there, he just bought himself one of those. He got it fully loaded. It's a Honda 120 or Honda 150, and he forked out $4,500 for that motorbike, and I went like, "Oh my god!" It had everything. I said, "Does it got a stereo?" And he goes, "No." And I'm going like, "Come on now." But here's the interesting thing. I asked him, I said, "How much is you got insurance?" He goes, "Yeah." "How much is insurance on that?" And he goes, "About 95." I'm going, "A month?" And he goes, creep. He goes, "Hang on." He goes, "No, that's for a year." Um, got $95 fully covered on his bike for a year. That sounds freaking excellent to me. You know, I mean, here in the states, you'd be paying. Well, you know what you'd be paying in the states for that. Um, so, uh, okay, but yeah, yes, but so you're still saying that you do have to, actually get the card itself. Um, yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, thanks for reminding me, man. That is something I got to put on my list. I forgot because I don't have an international driver's license, and I want to get one because I understand it's very, very helpful. and in that case, that's probably one of the reasons why it's very helpful. Um, there we go. Put it on my to-do list. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. I hope Vietnam grandson. I hope Vietnam kind of changes and like gives you the opportunity to get um, some um, more options to stay longer instead of just 2 weeks. I don't know. I haven't checked. Like I said, I haven't checked in about a month and a half. Uh, I'm not going there for a while, anyways. Um, my my biggest thing right now is to just get back to overseas, to Southeast Asia. So, so hey, may I ask you a question? And it's okay if you don't answer me. Okay, I understand. But if you're going on the 11th of December, what did you pay for your ticket? And what airline did you go? Because I look at it almost every day. Goes up and down and around. You never really know. Then again, I might not be leaving until February, so as soon as I can find out when my appointment is for get my ear cut off, um, 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 then I can buy my ticket. So I'm kind of, I'm gonna beat your butt. Grandkids, you gotta love them because I can't throw them in the middle of the street. Is there something you specifically wanted? Just it's a stream. Now this guy is like super smart. Hey, I got your ear, buddy. He is really. He's like a savant. Uh, okay, there we go. That's better. Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've been looking at tickets one way to Thailand to Bangkok. Anywhere's from 700 to oh yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, closer to Christmas, I could see. Yeah, I've been getting like, I've even seen them as low as 650 for me, that's 700, 800, and then of course on up. But that's from LA to Bangkok. I still got to get from where I'm at over to LA, which is really not that much. It's like under $100 from Arizona. So yeah, but then some of them are like oh my God, 36, 40 hours. But I've been overseas since 2015, 2016. I don't know, probably about close to getting on a dozen times. So I'd go like 2, 3 times a year, and I would always take one of the Chinese providers, and they were. I mean, people don't believe me sometimes. Most I've ever paid for round trip plane tickets prior to COVID was $622 round trip from LA. And one time I got a round trip from LA. Um, okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Uh, but the lowest I've ever got was $417 round trip to Bangkok uh, from LAX, and I believe that was Southeast Air. No, it's China Airline, China South or something, China Southern, one of those. Yeah, that's no, I've been seeing that too on some of the layovers in Taiwan. Um, a lot of the flights that are a little bit cheaper, they have like an hour and a half layover. I'd never do a flight that only has an hour and a half layover at uh, at, at an airport like that because it could take just a little thing and you're going to miss your next flight. It's happened. But yeah, I usually say at least a minimum of about 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours layover. Um, yeah, because I had that problem down in Mexico when I was in Mexico. Yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, it's crazy. I had to sit in Mexico City for. I mean, I almost said, okay, just let me just. I'm gonna go and come back in a couple of days, but I didn't want to hang around Mexico City because that's about one of the last places I want to hang out at. Although I did hang out in some really nice places down in Mexico, well, Oaxaca, Mexico. I was in. You're a real dork back there. I'm gonna get so even with this kid. But no, I had some nice stuff. I was in Puerto Escondido, which is the Mexican pipeline. A lot of surfing there. Went up to Oaxaca City, got some dental work done, cheap. Went over to Cancun, big mistake. And I went down to Tulum. That's a place to party, although I don't really party, but very bicycle friendly, and that's cool because I lost a few pounds when I was there. Rent a bicycle and drive around. That mm. If I couldn't retire in Southeast Asia, I would probably retire down in Oaxaca City. And it's about 200 miles north of the Guatemala border. Oh, what agent are you using? You using what is it? The APS for apartment? They're really good. That's who I use when I go over there to Cambodia. Um, they yeah, yeah. But in Cambodia, uh, and this is so true. You can arrive in Cambodia at 10 o'clock in the morning, and by 6 o'clock you have an apartment, and it could be pretty good unless you really want to uh, um, look around for the perfect one. Okay, DSK. I never heard of them, but yeah, good luck. Uh, if they're anything like APS, it's going to be yeah, you're going to really enjoy it, and they treat you really really well. Um, I mean, they go out of their way to treat you well. It was really nice. It was a very good experience. So, how many times have you been to Cambodia? Um, just curious. I always ask questions. I learn to try to find out who my audience is. But oh oh okay. Hmm, that's interesting. So let me see. You said that you are going to be staying in Vientiane for a while. Oh, where did it go? Well, somewhere there. I believe that's what you had said. Oh yeah. Oh, first 6 months in Phnom Penh. Hmm. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Um, well, I'm glad I convinced you, but yeah, do your due diligence, and at least you're doing, uh, some of my advice is don't get anything on a lease right now. Um, wow, God, that'd be freaking awesome. But yeah, until you really, I mean, you got to get boots on the ground for a couple of weeks, a month at least, to figure out is this where I really want to be at. Um, you know, um, John, please don't, please, okay, please. Um, but yeah, yeah, because I've seen a few people when I was over there. They go, "Oh yeah, well I can get $25 a month off. I get $50 a month off." They sign for 12 months, and then seriously, one person I had met within a week was going, "Oh man, I wish they didn't do that because I really don't want to stay here." And you know, uh, but yeah, I just had to mention that. But let me mention something else. There is another vlogger. His name is Dave Does Cambodia. I don't know if you know him, but he does specifically nothing but Cambodian information, kind of like not news, but just like during the COVID, he was talking like a lot about okay, this is what you got to do now to come in, and you got to do this visa, you got to do that visa. Um, oh, by the way, which kind of visa are you getting? That's very important also. Oh, you've been watching Dave. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm neither going to confirm nor deny. Yeah, Dave and I, we've tilted a few Cambodians together. Yeah, yeah. He's a wealth of information. Um, he keeps up on the latest and greatest. So if you've been watching, yeah, for real, I've missed them too. They were supposed to pick me up at the airport in when I was gonna go when I went in last year. Still, no, it was early this year, and we've been just missing each other by about a month, and now they're in Siem Reap, and I missed them by about a month. So it's and they're really we're gonna we're gonna mesh up one of these frickin' days. Um, they're gonna be hopefully they're gonna be there for a long time, and like I said, I'll be going to Laos first because I want to catch the New Year up in Laos, and that's in April. I've done many Songkrans, and the Khmer New Year was a lot of fun. But I want to see what it's like up in Lao. There's a vlogger up there now in Lao. This guy's great. He's my mentor. I watch him. See what he does, how he does it. Yeah, yeah, it does. And that's so. Yeah, I plan on like very end of April to be back in Siem Reap, April or very beginning of May. But it depends on. I go to Lao. I've been to Lao before, but I really, not to live. Yeah, Todd and Ane. Yep, I'm gonna have a cold one with them there when I get there. But I've been there, and I don't know if I would actually like to live there or not. But so that's why I'm going. Like I said, I could be back in Siem Reap anytime. After I get back to Southeast Asia, I don't really make set plans. You know, if you want God to laugh, make a plan. You know how that goes. Hey, I got three people. How y'all doing? I'm just uh, jaw wagging, see, with David here. So yeah, I don't do too many lives. Like I only got like not even 600 followers, subscribers, but I thought I'd get on and do a few of these. I did a couple when I was down in Mexico last year, um, but yeah, Mexico was nice. I made about 30 videos down in Mexico. Oh, okay. You're gonna go to yeah, you're gonna go through southern Laos. Um, yeah, I plan on doing that too. Next year, I want to go to Dondet and probably up Paksay. Um, yeah, I gotta find out exactly what the rules and regulations of bringing your own bike through the borders. I understand that going through the border down in southern Laos, it's not all that bad, but you got to understand that sometimes you just got to give the brown paper bag. You know what I mean? You know. Oh yeah. Well, you got to give me this, got to give me that. So that's how they kind of work down there sometimes. You know. I've uh, I've bought I bought a couple of police officers their dinner. You know what I mean? Yeah, tea money they call it in Thailand. Yeah. So yeah, that's I. They have that loop down in southern Laos. That'd be a lot of fun to get a group of people to go and uh, head around that. What the hell's that cave up there? I kind of missed it because when I first started watching videos of it in a cave in Laos, uh, Kong Lor, Kong Law or something like that. It was very rustic still and all that. And uh, Todd and Nene, they went there I think last year, and it was, it used to be just super backpacker, no real hotels or anything, and now it's totally tourist. You have all the shops on your way walking down to the river, and they're trying to sell you these rubber frickin' duckies to sit in, and it wasn't like that like in 2015, and just so quick it changed. Okay, earlier this year, a vlogger was denied entry to Laos from northern Thailand because his bike was less. So, okay, wow, um, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder where he was trying to get through at. Up by what is it? Hui Say? That's where I went through, and I took a boat ride down the Mekong uh, to Luang Prabang. A lot of fun. Highly recommend. It was great. Um, Yeah, I guess he had to go through you know, one of the major border crossings or something. Wow, that's yeah. If he was way up in over there, that could be a nice reroute of a day or two. Christ, you know, um, depending on how the roads are. Uh, like I said, sometimes you got good roads, and sometimes sometimes barely creeping around, especially depending on what time of the year it is. Um, yeah, when it gets wet, it gets sticky. It gets slimy. Yeah, it gets muddy, downright muddy sometimes. But but yeah, I don't always stay on the paved roads, as you probably know. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to get back. It's, yeah, it's nice being here and visiting with my family, and but this this desert doesn't agree with my body. I get sinus headaches once a week almost, and my skin's horrible, um, and I'm gaining freaking weight like crazy. Although I did cook up some loklak the other day. That was some fried rice, some loklak, throw an egg on top of it, and it was just like being back in Siem Reap. My favorite loklak. Uh, yeah, the American food. Yeah. Yeah, Arby's roast beef. Oh god, that's the first thing I wanted to eat when I got back to the states was a frickin' Arby's roast beef. It's, yeah, you can't get anything like Arby's anywhere like that. That hell is very tasty. But no, just at home cooking I cook most of my own stuff, and I don't know. Probably also because I'm not really not doing too much, and I'm bored. So yeah, when you're bored, I eat, and I haven't been feeling all that great because of my sinuses and because of the chemo stuff, aches and pains and headache almost every day now. But I only have about another 2 weeks of it, and then I'll be okay on that. But I'm still waiting for the freaking people to call me up to the ear thing. The lady so I go through the VA, and the lady there, the doctor said, yeah, we're gonna have to get it done. She called me back and says, yeah, you're gonna have to go to civilian to get it done. And they said, yep, they'll call you within a week or two. And I'm going like, oh, you get now. And I said, well, how far in the future? She says, yeah, generally about 6 weeks. And I'm going, no, 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 it's got to be sooner than that. Oh, a month ago. Well, congratulations. All right. Yeah, I need to do that. I definitely. I mean, I wasn't like Mr. Muscle guy or anything, but I did do building maintenance, and I haven't been working since beginning of COVID. and I yeah, I can tell. Yeah, you definitely lose that muscle fast enough and put on the fat. You kind of trade it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you'll like the gyms in Cambodia. They're pretty darn cheap. You don't have to have a uh, you know subscription to or whatever. You know, just go there and give them $1. I think that's what it cost in Siem Reap, the one across the river from where I was at. I think it was $1 going there, and they had it was okay. I mean, it's not everything is up to our standards. Oh heck yeah, yeah, boy, I I wished I was under 200, and I'm 5'10" now. I was 6 foot at one time in my life, and I kind of shrunk in the last couple of years. uh, Yeah, yeah. You can if you like Asian food, you can definitely put on some weight over there. You need to eat a lot of it. They're usually pretty slim. That's like I was telling you, I could retire down in Mexico because where I was at, I found a really nice town, Oaxaca City. But I would put on 50 freaking pounds because uh, two food, Mexican food and Italian food. Oh, I can eat it freaking all day long. And yeah, I would definitely gain some weight. Definitely. The food down there, food's a lot different, way down in southern Mexico than it is, up around border towns and stuff. And um, it was very enjoyable. They don't serve it hot. I mean, they serve it, temperature hot, but as far as caliente in it, they don't. But they do bring it, off to the side, and if you want it to hot, put as much hot as you want on it. I can't do hot, not anymore. Um, yeah, yeah, it's really good. It's much healthier, of course. Duh, I mean that goes without saying. But now going and you'll have culture shock when you go into a Khmer market. And I'm not saying because oh wow you've never seen that, you probably haven't. I mean may have, but the part of the culture shock is going to be trying to find what you want to buy. Uh, you know, uh, because like it's not like a regular grocery store as you know, and just talking to the people. Oh yeah, how much is that? Of course they're going to charge you a little extra, but okay, what is it? You know, uh, like I give the example of here in the United States. Most people cannot name off 10 fruits that they eat on at least on a monthly basis and 10 vegetables that they eat at least on a monthly basis. What I'm getting at there is um, you go to the produce section, Piggly Wigglies or whatever it is, right? You're going to see X amount of stuff, and you go into the market in Cambodia, Thailand, all over, and you're going to look and you're going to like, I don't know what 80% of this stuff is. What kind of vegetable is this? What kind of fruit is this? It's a lot different, a lot different. There's just so much more. How do you cook it? Do you cook it? I mean, what does it taste like? I mean, all of that. You really have to do a lot of experimentation or research or you know, make friends and figure out. Uh, that's what I've been doing. I got a lot of Khmer friends. Um, they're mostly families, and of course they just love to invite you over to eat, and then you can get some idea of that, of what they're cooking, how they're cooking it. Yeah, but I still do cook a lot of Western style when I'm there too, because I kind of have to. I have a little problems with traveling and my stomach. I have Crohn's disease, if you know what that is, and that I have to be really careful with what I eat. And I have problems with oils that they use over in Southeast Asia, and I think maybe that might be as far as your body adjusting to things. It, how they're cooking the things and what they're using to cook it. Well, I eat rice all the time. I eat this vegetable all the time. I eat pork. But the thing is like the difference, like for instance, difference between Thailand and Cambodia as far as their cooking goes. Thailand, I believe, uses a lot more peanut oils, and and in Cambodia they use a lot more palm oil, which tends to be a little bit sweeter. And they also do cook their foods a little bit sweeter than Thailand, of course, hot. Um, yeah, David, I plan to do the same thing during the next monsoons when I'm over there. I'm going to go to. I'm not going to get a tutor. I'm just going to go to one of the schools because I know me and I learn better in a classroom setting to learn the language and also sometimes I know in Thailand not only do you learn the language at the language schools they also dedicate one day which is usually Saturday for a couple hours. You go out and they teach you about the culture and the tradition. Well, probably be the food and all that stuff too. But yeah, it's not too expensive going to the had I can't remember what it was. It was 1 month. This was like the accelerated thing. 1 month, 5 days a week. It was like 8 in the morning to noon or something, nine to noon or something like that. And it was for 4 weeks long, and I believe it was under $300. I know. Don't quote me on that. I might be totally wrong. Uh, Sometimes I forget numbers. I know it was a lot more than that in Thailand, but they had something totally different. But I'm gonna have to look that up again. I'm gonna have to look that up. If I look it up, I'll see if I can't send it to you, give you an idea of what I found. That'll be at least in Siem Reap. You may be in Phnom Penh. Uh, I couldn't live in Phnom Penh. What are you doing back there, buddy? Yeah, I spent some time in Phnom Penh. I spent 2 days in Phnom Penh, and that was 3 days too long. Seriously, I mean, I don't like big towns, except Bangkok, and that's Bangkok is just something totally different as far as big towns. It is very unique, big town. It's I don't know, I like it, but it was pretty crazy in Phnom Penh. And if you want to learn how to drive in Cambodia, I guess that's the place you're going to have. Uh, yeah, you'll have lessons real quick. Um, like in my videos, I've said a couple of times about driving in Cambodia. One of the first things that you kind of have to do is forget everything that you know about driving in the United States, bro. Because you if you drive like you drive in the United States, you're going to get hurt. Uh, you have to trust everybody because everybody trusts you, and you got to be ultra attentive to what's going on. It's just well, you'll see. It's fun. It's great learning that it's and getting used to driving. They drive on the same side of the street and all that. So I mean, there ain't no problem there. But it's just like one example is they don't like when they're taking a left hand turn, they don't do a 90 like generally we do. No, they'll go on the opposite side of the street and then go around and yeah, they driving down the opposite side of the street happens all the time. Hey man, leave my fan alone. Oh, thanks for turning it on. It's kind of getting a little warm in here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun learning how to drive the Kamai way, and I really enjoy it. Really, really, that's my favorite thing to do. But that's why my last video was kind of like that. Um, no, don't put it up too high. I'll get a fuzzy thing on my I just bought this thing. How does it sound, anyways? Yeah. Normally he's not in my room. Normally he's. Where's your buddy at? Huh? He's not at home, is he? Normally, yeah. Normally, as soon as he gets home from school, he's three houses down to his buddy's house, and you can't separate them until supper time. That's one of two that live here, and then the third one she got older and moved away. But I've got nine grandkids, I think, already now. Five, six, seven, and nine. Yeah, but yeah, I think you're gonna have a great time. Yeah, I mean, being in the city, I just wasn't ready to be in. I had spent 3 months over in Thailand before I went over to Cambodia, and I spent a lot of that in Bangkok and in a town like right next to Bangkok, which is called Nonthaburi. It's like a sister town. It's like Minneapolis, St. Paul, or whatever. And I mean, there's a million people in Nonthaburi, and well, about 12 million in Bangkok, but yeah, it was a little lot different than Bangkok. Uh, it was uh, it was very. I thought it was just very hectic, very noisy. Um, but that just might have been where I was at. I did take the days I was there. I did take some long walks and went down the river and kind of checked it out. But yeah, I wanted to get back to a little bit quieter. I had spent a couple of weeks down on the beach before I went. So I was like, in the mellow yellow mode. So, anyways, uh, yeah, great times. I'm living my best life, and you will be too soon. Well, it'll be different, but different can also be extremely exciting. Um, I like walking through cities, big towns like in Bangkok. I'll uh, when I'm gonna go out and make a video or I just want to walk around, I'll pick a different neighborhood, take public transportation to that neighborhood, and then start walking around and maybe walk around for 3 4 hours and then head on back. Just that's the best way to see a town. I say you can see all the cracks on the sidewalk that way, and instead of always driving around. Um, park the bike and go out and walk for another, hour and a half, 2 hours down the side streets. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you're into photography, it's you're in heaven. It's it's just so vibrant. I've used that term in my videos before. And because it is, it's just so active and vibrant, and there's just so much going on, and okay, let's see. No, I don't think you really have to worry. Well, it depends on like seriously what type of neighborhood that you are in. Normally, just regular neighborhoods is no problem. Now, if you're down on good old Bar Street at 3 o'clock in the morning with dollar bills hanging out of your pocket, yeah, I mean that goes without saying. Staggering back or whatever. Yeah, you're a bright frickin' shining light. Um, all right, all right. Yeah, I think you can have a lot of fun with that too. Yeah, yeah. You just gotta be smart about where you're walking. Be familiar with your surroundings. Uh, yeah, that'll help too. Not being a drinker, but that was just an example. I mean, if you're hanging around the bad part of town late at night, it's going to happen. I don't have that much problem with that either because, well, I do drink from time to time, but I don't go to the bars and all that. That long time ago. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock, so I don't have to worry about uh, dork. You are so gonna get it, buddy. Like. I usually come back early and have dinner and just kind of relax. And I'm in bed before the bad stuff starts happening, out in the town. So, um, yeah, it's just where you're at, when you're at, what you're doing. I mean, anybody that's got a half a brain is going to stay out of trouble. It's just the people that think they're Superman. Probably like us in our 20s. uh, well, you are bored, aren't you, there, John? John, I just crushed your head again. Anyways, well, David, I'm going to have to go and cook something for supper because I'm really getting hungry. I haven't eaten much yet today. So, yeah, gosh, I've been on over an hour too. Didn't get much work done, but that's okay. Love talking to you. Come on, man. Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. Yeah, uh, it's like I said, you don't make a plan. You don't schedule. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I got to be here then. I got to be there. The only thing that I really got planned next time, as I said, is I want to be in Lao for the New Year. But if Lao doesn't really do it for me, I have no problem going back to Cambodia. I mean, there's a lot I can do in Cambodia. As soon as I buy my motorbike, and yeah, I'll be all over the place. Okay, all right, David. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. And the other person, I don't know who you are. You didn't say anything, but I hope that you enjoyed my live and check out my videos. Yeah, of course, I gotta plug it. Cheesy. But all right. Well, you have a good evening too, David. And the unknown person that's watching me, it's kind of spooky. Oh, David said, "Hi, grandson." Okay, there you go. Yeah. Oh, okay. All righty. Anyways, yeah. Have a good one, and I'll be talking to you again soon, sometime soon. So I'll probably try to do a little bit more of these. I might do one at a different time of the day because I have a lot of people over in Southeast Asia, and they're all in bed right now or just waking up or something. So I might do one 9 o'clock tonight or something. But anyways, everybody have a great time. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the likes. That's always cool. So I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.